Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about two different types of people who want to become successful and why only one will most likely become successful. Now, this is just my theory, and if you don't agree, okay. Now, let's go into our actual topic. So, there's usually two people that I see. One is that the person is actually pretty smart and they actually know what they're doing, but they seem to be doing bad at school. So you know those typical things of like, oh, I didn't do well in school, and I dropped out, and then I started my own business and I became a millionaire, or those types of things. But then there's also the other guy who also didn't do well in school, and he thinks the same thing. Oh, I'm gonna drop out and become a millionaire because Jeff Bezos did it. Jeff Pedophile, whatever these guys are, bro. These guys, top ranks. They're definitely doing something wrong. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so the first guy, when you really think about it, he was always smart. And he was the guy who, even though he didn't get good grades in school, he wasn't an idiot. What I think is that he just wasn't interested. And when he wasn't interested in something, he didn't want to do any of it. He didn't put any effort into it. No matter how much he tried, he just didn't care. Which is kind of like how I was in certain subjects in school, because I realized I'm not really dumb. I just didn't like what I was learning. And I realized this as well throughout my life, is that I can watch an hour-long video about an educational topic. I can read a book about an educational topic. But the only caveat, big word, caveat, I don't even know what that means, but it sounds fitting for what we're talking about. The only caveat is that I actually want to learn what I'm trying to learn. Like, I've read full books. I've watched hour-long guides, 2-hour-long guides, sitting there just taking in all the information because I actually wanted to learn about the topic itself. Now, give me a math exam, give me a math test, I hate it. I'll do horrible. I won't even study because I don't care. I don't care. That's the thing. Me as a person, I don't care about that particular subject. But if you gave someone who enjoyed math, they'd probably do way better than I do, right? But if you give me something that I'm interested in, I'm gonna do far better than the person who doesn't enjoy it. And I think this is what distinguishes somebody who does bad at school and somebody who actually does bad at school. Because the guy who actually does bad at school, he thinks, oh, I'm just like that other guy. I'm just gonna drop out and make something of myself. But that guy's already a loser. He doesn't really have discipline. Which is crazy. The guy who seems lazy at school or doesn't have good grades in a certain subject or in school in general might have the best physical body among his peers. He might actually have the fastest reaction time. That doesn't mean he's an idiot just because his grades look bad. Which is why I also think that the school system is too reliant on grades. When in reality, you're not teaching them to learn, you're teaching them to memorize. Which then, you can't be mad if everybody starts using ChatGPT and things like that. But we're getting off track. Back to what I was saying. That other guy who thinks he's just as smart is not going to do as good because he's not actually smart. He just thinks that he is smart because the other guy who had similar grades to him is now going to be doing better than him, which he can't wrap his head around because he wasn't actually smart. He was genuinely an idiot. And even then, he could use that to his advantage. But what I'm saying is that certain people do well when they drop out or whatever because they're just not interested in what they learned. Now, that other guy also might become successful, but we're not going to get too deep into that. We're going to focus on this guy who's lazy or not good at school, and we're going to go based off of what he says. And that guy might learn the greatest things on the planet because now he's actually interested. I feel like the issue with school and things like that is like they force you to learn these things. Even if you're uninterested, they make you learn it, which I guess is a good thing. But you can't expect someone to be good at something when they don't even want to be there in the first place. You can't make a child enjoy a sport or play or learn something. They have to want to learn it first. And I get at younger ages, it's good to expose them to everything. But in the future life, if you think you're an idiot or you think you're dumb, look at certain subjects that you're good at and look at subjects that you're bad at. If you're bad at math, why are you pursuing engineering? Why are you pursuing nursing and doctor? I get like nursing and doctors. Why are you pursuing computer science? It doesn't make sense. If you don't enjoy it now, you're not going to enjoy it in the future. This is what I try to tell all my friends who are going to university for something that they don't even like. I know guys who are in engineering, computer science, and they cheated all of the math portions. You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing it if you don't even like it? For me, I was always bad at math. Maybe I had like a 75 or 80, sure. But that's just because I was working my ass off. But even then, I didn't enjoy it. All I was doing was just forcing myself to learn. And then at the end of the day, I still did bad on the test compared to the guys who enjoyed it, because I didn't want to be there. And I don't know why I was there. But it took me to an English class. Oh, where I was top of the class. I had like a 98, 97s, always above a 90 besides like ninth grade. That's because I actually enjoyed English. I was focused in the class. I was active. I wanted to learn everything in that class because I found it genuinely interesting. Now think about that when you're trying to choose a career. You don't want to be the guy who goes into a career that he thinks is good, but he doesn't enjoy, but he's only there for money. It doesn't make sense. And even then, you could, I want you to think of it like this. If you have two jobs, and one job pays a lot of money and the other job pays a little bit less, they're still both paying you a good amount. Why is pay your idea of success? Pay is only a portion of it. Like, I know money is important. Money is very important. Don't get me wrong. I think money is the first foundation to becoming happy in life. But why are you choosing a career based off of the money? Every career gives you money. Choose the career that you actually enjoy, that you would actually spend time on after work or after school. For me, English, I still watch plays outside of English class. I still read books outside of English class. I still enjoyed expressing myself outside of English class, because that's genuinely what I enjoyed. I love talking. I love speaking. As you can tell, I love speaking my mind about things. And you get all that in English class. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk about, oh, I think the quadratic formulas are so amazing. Look, these two lines, when they intersect, then I become a virgin. You know what I mean? It's just boring to me. So why would I pursue something like that? So this is point of the video, I guess, is two things now. One, choose a career that you actually enjoy. That's definitely number one. You don't want to become miserable in life because you chose a career that you thought other people wanted. Do this to everyone who doesn't agree with you. Okay, it's your life. You're living in your brain, in your body. Think about that. The second thing is that you might not be lazy, or you might just be lazy. You might be a lazy piece of shit. Most people are lazy, actually. You know what? I take that back. Everyone's lazy. 99% of people are lazy. The only people who aren't lazy are already successful. If you think you're not lazy and you're not successful yet, then you're just lazy and you're coping. I'm lazy too, because I could be doing a lot more. So yeah, but I can admit that. Unlike a bunch of you nerds who think, actually, no, I'm not admitting anything because it's prideful. Go fuck yourself. So I think that you should be trying to learn things, but if you can't sit down and learn something as fast as most people, one, you might be slow, so I guess try to take your time. Yeah, you're an idiot, bro. But second, it might just be that you're just not really interested. You know, I'm sure there's something in this world that you can talk about for hours, you could sit down and work on for hours, and you would accomplish great things because of it. But due to the fact that society controls you and you're a little bitch, you aren't going to pursue those things because you think that this is not what society wants. But fuck what society wants. What do you want, man? Don't be the guy who just throws through life and thinks, yeah, I'm just gonna do this because I think that's what the world wants me to do. the world will do whatever you want to do, okay? You just gotta be able to step foot there and actually do something about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I don't even know how half the video was sort of laid out. Just had a thought, turn into a different thought, turn into a different thought. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Just like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.